is Voice of Korea. This is Voice of Korea.
Now we begin the English language transmission from Pyongyang, the capital of the Democratic People's Republic of Korea.
Owner President Mr. Powers, Songhak General Kim Il-sung. Paris from General King. Respected achievements of the water study of Korea, first chairman of the National Affairs Commission of the Democratic People's Republic of Korea, or Supreme Commander of the Korean People's Army, visited the newly built dormitory of the workers of the Chilean Chinese Protection Unit. He was accompanied by senior officials of the Korean Army. Respected achievements looking at the dormitory, found with great satisfaction. It's really excellent. The plastic plate has been drastically changing. Another proud creation of the year of the Workers' Party has written up in a short time of only 180 plus days. An extra people's army has discharged its duty as a funded power in the campaign to implement the party's ideas and the campaign to defend the party's policy. The Supreme Commander could keep the promise with the workers of the North. He looked around different places of the dormitory. In the entrance hall, he said that the height of the hall and the corridor has been set according to the intention of the party, and such color has been chosen for the year according to the taste of the women. He emphasized that not only the bedrooms but also libraries have been furnished well, not to give any inconvenience to the occupants of the dormitory, but to ensure their maximum convenience. He appreciated that the back house was been built perfectly. The dining hall is like a banquet hall, and the utensils for the kitchen are upstairs. Seeing the park built for the occupants to enjoy recreation, amusement, and sports games as they like, he said with a smile that it is like a Shangri-La. Still, he is really pleased and satisfied to look around the dormitory, changing in earlier things. Another inspection of the great leaders, Kim Il-sung and Kim Jong-il, has been implemented, and if they had seen the new dormitory, how glad they would have been. So it attaches so great importance to the meal directly connected with the people's living in their lifetime. Told by officials that the employees of the meal call the dormitory the workers' palace, the workers' hotel. and there's no process for performance. Kim Jong-un said that will do if they produce more cloth, thinking of the great leaders who are so much consumed to supply all the cloth to the people. Secret also giving a grand reception at the Royal Dormitory of the workers of the Pyongyang Kim Jong-un War in honor of the workers in celebration of New Day, and told the director of the General Military Bureau of the People's Army to attend the reception and congratulate the workers and give flags as well. Through the construction of the dormitory of the workers of the textile war, the People's Army has closely implemented the target area, and the soldier builders have brought another support a year ago under the slogan, "Let us build both national defense and social construction." Similarly, it has been reported every day about the struggle of the soldier builders who had tried to negotiate building of the construction site and work in it as the process proceeded until the winter, and found that even Biden could not seize the hearts of the soldiers, that it with the result to implement the order of the party. In the whole country to learn from the People's Army's revolutionary soldiers' unit in manner. Highly appreciated the merits of the soldiers of the unit 9W462-101 and 489 of the Army, who have resolutely implemented the party's order and give them thanks of the second commander of the Korean People's Army. Respected Kim Jong-un received the gift sent by various resumes, Prime Minister and presidential envoys as far as the federal district of the Russian Federation on a visit to the DPRK. Various resumes handed a gift to Kim Jong-un, President of the Presidium of the Second People's Committee of the DPRK, on April the 30th, with a request to convey it to Kim Jong-un. Respected Kim Jong-un received the gift from President of the World Archery Federation on a visit to the DPRK. The gift was handed to Yang Jong-suk, Vice President of the Presidium of the Second People's Assembly, by President Guru Abdullah on Tuesday. The news of an enlarged meeting of the Central Military Committee of the Workers' Party 4 years ago under the guidance of respected Kim Jong-un is reported by the China News Service, the Chinese Xinhua News Agency, the Chinese website, People's Network, the Russian broadcast, the Iranian Foreign News Agency, Press Television and Radio, the British Reuters, the Japanese Daily News, and KT Shinran on the 27th of April. Respected Kim Jong-un's revolutionary activities were recently reported abroad. The Chinese Xinhua News Agency, the China News Service, the China Central Television, Hong Kong Satellite Television, Hong Kong Power, and Internet home pages, Northeast Network, Zillion Network, and Northeast News Network, the Russian broadcast, Voice of Russia, Internet Television, Radio Mayak, Internet News Agencies, Westbank, and Gazeta Beltru, and Internet Magazine, Novaya Politica. Random News, the Supreme Commander Kim Jong-un guided the brand-new process of the Women's Life Launch Rocket System subunit of the Unit 851 of the Korean People's Army. The Iranian newspaper Iran News gave detailed accounts of the news that Kim Jong-un visited the January official station of the Korean People's Army before its commissioning. The news that he guided the flight training of Unit 188 of the Air and Anti-Aircraft Force of the Korean People's Army, honored with the title of Orson-led 7th Regiment, and the news that he looked round the Sangdong International Children's Camp before its commissioning. The Chinese Jilin newspaper and the Persian newspaper America informed our readers of Kim Jong-un's appreciation of the performance given by the modern Dongfang in honor of the party's promise. The mass media posted photos and motion pictures of respected Kim Jong-un and his revolutionary activities. Yuri Arizona, President of the World Archery Federation, laid a bouquet before the bronze statues of the great killers from Kim Jong-il on Mount Hill and paid a tribute to them on Tuesday. Kim Yong-nam, President of the Presidium of the Supreme People's Assembly of the DPRK, met and had a talk with Yuri Trutnev, Deputy Prime Minister and the Russian Federation, and his party that made a critical on him at the National Assembly Hall in Pyongyang on Wednesday. Present on the occasion were Minister of Foreign Trade D. Yong-nam, Vice Minister of Foreign Affairs Kung So-gun, officials concerned, Russian ambassador Student and Plenipotentiary to Korea, Alexander Simenon, and its embassy staff member. The Deputy Prime Minister said he sincerely wishes esteemed Marshal Kim Jong-un good health and happiness. Wishing the DPRK prosperity, he expressed a belief that the friendly and cooperative relations between the two countries would strengthen and develop in the future too. The meeting was held on April the 29th on the occasion of the 50th anniversary of the field guidance of the great leader from Kim Jong-il to the Ganggae Youth Power Station. Present there were officials concerned and officials and employees of the power station. A message of thanks of the Central Committee of the Workers' Party of Korea was conveyed to the workers, technicians, and officials of the power station. The message highly appreciated the workers, technicians, and officials of the power station for having devoted all their wisdom and energy to carry forward the modern leadership exploits of the party and the leaders. The meeting held a report and stated it was congratulations. The Pyongyang Metro also awarded the first December 15th Quality Medal and Certificate newly enacted in the DPRK. The awarding ceremony was held on the 29th. Present there were Vice Premier Kim Yong-jin, officials concerned, and officials and employees of the Taedonggang Superstar Factory. The December 15th Quality Medal is conferred on the best domestic products of good quality enjoying popularity. Badminton contest of the officials of commissions, ministries, and national institutions of the DPRK took place at the Pyongyang Indoor Stadium from April the 21st to the 29th. It was held on a knockout basis, divided into 4 groups. It brought total of 500 players from over 90 organs. The Ministry of Land and Environment Protection, the Ministry of Food Procurement and Administration, the Pyongyang Violence Bureau, and the Foreign Languages Publishing House finished first in their group. The State Stamp Bureau of the DPRK published a new individual stamp reflecting the 8th Conference of Ideological Workers of the Workers' Party of Korea. Seen in the stamp are the slogan, "Let us hasten the final victory through revolutionary ideological offensive," set by respected Kim Jong-un, the emblem of the Workers' Party of Korea, and the words, "Modeling the whole society on Kim Il-sungism, Kim Jong-ilism," the supreme program of the Workers' Party of Korea. And the Bureau also published a new individual stamp on the occasion of the 570th anniversary of the Korean national alphabet, Kunminjung. Yuri Trutnev, Deputy Prime Minister and Presidential Envoy to the Forest Federal District of the Russian Federation, and his party visited the Tower of Sochi idea on April the 29th. They also visited the Mirim Riding Club, the Taekwondo Hall, and the Chongbek Church. Alexander Simenon, Ambassador Extraordinary and Plenipotentiary of the Russian Federation to the DPRK, gave a reception on Tuesday concerning the visit of Korea by the Deputy Prime Minister and Presidential Envoy to the Forest Federal District of the Russian Federation and his party. Invited there were Ro Do-chul, Vice Premier of the Cabinet, D. Yong-nam, Minister of Foreign Trade, Kung So-gun, Vice Minister of Foreign Affairs, Im Chon-il, Consul General of the DPRK in Makotka of Russia, and other officials concerned. Present there were Yuri Trutnev, Deputy Prime Minister and Presidential Envoy to the Forest Federal District of Russia, and his party, and Russian embassy staff members. Urugu Erideno, President of the World Archery Federation, visited Namgyongdae on April the 29th. He also visited the Tower of the Church idea, the Mirim Riding Club, and different other places. Yuri Trutnev, Deputy Prime Minister and Presidential Envoy to the Forest Federal District of the Russian Federation, returned home on April the 30th. Departing with him were Vladimir Mikloshevsky, administrator of the Maritime Territory, Oleg Kozimenko, governor of the Amur region, and Vyacheslav Sforza, administrator of the Khabarovsk Territory. The guests were seen off at the airport by Vice Premier Yevgeny, Vice Minister of Foreign Affairs Kun Sezin, DPRK Consul General in Narkotika of Russia in Chernihiv, another official concerned, and Alexander Simonin, Russian. The spokesman for the DPRK Ministry of Foreign Affairs gave a statement to media on Thursday concerning U.S. President Obama's visit to Japan, South Korea, Malaysia, and the Philippines between April the 23rd and the 29th. The statement said, "As we already warned on April the 21st about this danger, it has been clearly proved that Obama's recent visit was a dangerous threat which would lead to acute confrontation and nuclear arms race in the Asian region." In Japan, Obama officially announced for the first time for the U.S. President that the island of territorial disputes between China and Japan belongs to the coverage of the U.S.-Japan Security Pact, confirming that U.S. forces involvement is natural in case of military conflict between China and Japan. He also supported Japan's readiness to exercise the right to collective self-defense, which is triggering off criticism of the regional countries. In South Korea, he indefinitely postponed the return of the right to control wartime operations of the U.S. forces in South Korea and established missile defense systems with the involvement of the South Korean public. He went so far as to release such a blast that the United States will not hesitate to use military force for defending its allies and their lives. In the Philippines, he signed a new military agreement, including regular dispatch of U.S. troops to that country and joint use of bases. The reality clearly shows that Obama's recent visit was precisely an open confrontational trip aimed at encircling and containing the drivers in the Eurasian continent by gripping its allies more tightly, according to the U.S. strategy for the domination of the Asia-Pacific and its aggressive plan. The dangerous nature of his Asian trip was revealed most nakedly in the issue of the Korean Peninsula. Touring Japan and South Korea, Obama described our inevitable self-defensive measures as provocation and threat, called for tougher sanctions and pressure, and no rolling out of the use of military strength. Furthermore, he never concealed his habitual negation of our system, saying, "North Korea is a forsaken state, and the more persistently it follows the road of nuclear development, the more isolated it would be." He said the denuclearization should be put on the negotiating table, having actually totally negated the negotiating table itself to put something on. Thus, Obama declared the war with the U.S. nuclear policy towards the DPRK has never changed, and it intends to topple our system with strength, and such ambition has started to be implemented in practice. Obama group are making desperate efforts to maintain the crumbling U.S. position of a sole superpower in the Asia-Pacific region, but it is too late. The only thing left to them is to watch how the spark they kindled this time would develop into flames and spread their homes. Our declaration that nuclear tests of new type is not to be excluded, clarified in the statement dated March 30th, has no prescription. It is an exercise of the right to self-defense. Nobody can check the statement's strength. The National Reunification Institute and the Major Council for South Korean Human Rights in the DPRK released a white paper on April 29th under the title, "The Worst Human Rights Situation of South Korea Displayed." The white paper says these days the United States is bringing the fictitious North human rights issue here and there, releasing so-called human rights reports, setting up human rights office, and presenting a lawsuit. And the South Korean puppets are making friendly efforts to enact a North Human Rights Act at the National Assembly. The human rights issue does not exist in the DPRK, where the independent rights and dignity of the popular masses are ensured on the highest level, and the policy of love for the people is enforced comprehensively. But it is serious in the United States and corrupt South Korea, where the gender war is rampant and the polarization of the rich and poor is maximized. The white paper cited the miserable and poor human rights situation in South Korea, reduced to the worst term of human rights, a land devoid of human rights due to the U.S. colonial rule and the South Korean authorities' unpopular rule, and demanded the United States and the South Korean authorities immediately give up their vicious anti-DPRK human rights thoughts. Anti-government struggle is going on in all parts of South Korea on the occasion of the 54th anniversary of the April Popular Uprising. The South Korean Confederation of Trade Unions, the National Federation of Persons Associations, the Solidarity for Progress, the Federation of University Students, and other organizations of various sectors held press conferences in Seoul and declared that they would turn out in the April 19th all-people struggle. They called for 100,000-strong candlelight action to force the South Korean regime to step down in the spirit of the April 19th uprising, which overthrew the Soleimani regime involving fraudulent elections. The initial struggle against the intelligence services policing and interference in presidential elections, involving more than 200 civic and public organizations, started fast in demand of the punishment of those responsible for election rigging. The Federation of South Korean Youth, the Christian Youth Council, and the Association of Sundaist Youth called on the young people to turn out in the struggle to topple the Park Geun-hye dictatorial regime in the spirit of April 19th uprising. Signature campaigns, information activities, press conferences, and candlelight rallies against the traitorous regime continue throughout South Korea, terrifying the South Korean authorities. The South Korean Confederation of Trade Unions held a meeting on the 24th of April and declared an action for denouncing the incompetent authorities as regards the service-thinking accidents. And the Solidarity for Democracy, People's Life, Peaceful Reunification and Sovereignty of South Korea released an article on the 25th denouncing the growth of the Sanuary Party for getting frantic only in the local election campaign, befooling the people and patronizing Park Geun-hye. That day, the South Korean internet newspaper Minbo reported that criticism of the South Korean chief executive Park Geun-hye is mounting high. The Society for Cooperation Among Koreans in Germany blogged an editorial titled, "Let us strive for realizing the fatherly program institutions on national reunification." The editorial noted, "This year marks the 20th anniversary of the last signature put by the great President Kim Il-sung, the eternal son of the nation and the lodestar of the national reunification, on a historical document on national reunification." It also stressed the need to open up a new turning point of independent reunification, peace and prosperity, according to the idea of by a nation itself, under the leadership of the fearless great man, respected Marshal Kim Jong-un, for carrying through the instructions of President Kim Il-sung and the great Kim Jong-il on national reunification. And that's the end of the news read by Kim Hyun-ok, the Voice of Korea. Please appreciate a female solo, O Merciful Country.
People
you will enjoy instrumental music. The DPRK is my country. officially declared shortwave on South and North Pyongyang.
From the dissolution of the Emperor Summit Mount Kingdom, which was created in 1862 or 1973 under the great guidance of the great leader Kim Jong-il.
education is now progress in Korea. Education in Korea is a new all-people educational system that can expand the objects of education, easily organize educational activities in a diverse way, and considerably increase simultaneity rate of educational resources. Has multiple strides to receive free tele-education irrespective of occupations and ages if he or she desires and learns latest scientific and technological knowledge. The e-libraries of Kyushu University and Hsinchu University of Technology, the North Korea Provincial Library, and many other information service centers and scientific and technological dissemination centers across the country are making a contribution to the development of the all-people education. The Tele-Education College of Hsinchu University of Technology gives tele-education in the form of regular education. The college gives tele-education to workers and technicians of factories and enterprises across the country. It gives wide-ranging profound knowledges of different fields designed by the students, including the scientific and technological knowledge on machine building, metal, materials and electronics, light industry, and food and consumer goods industries, enterprise management, information technology, and foreign languages. Computer lectures and they take steps to provide the overview lectures and surroundings. And remote lecture rooms of factories, enterprises, and institutions across the country. At Kim Jong-suk Pyongyang Silk Mill, the Pyongyang Condiment Factory, and many other factories, workers and technicians receive lectures after day's work and widen their knowledge. The subjects and applicants for tele-education courses are increasing year after year. Hsinchu University of Education is retraining to university teachers across the country through tele-education network. The Ministry of Public Health and Education for doctors, along with medical treatment of patients in the country through the telemedical service system established between the central and provincial hospitals. The tele-education network has covered the whole of the Democratic People's Republic of Korea like spider's web. The tele-education of Korea for all people has a bright prospect thanks to state investment and substantial measures. You can listen sometimes on the title Tele-Education in Korea. Voice of Korea.
When it is an Korean project, let's learn.
With this, we conclude the English language service of Voice of Korea from the Democratic People's Republic of Korea. Voice of Korea presents its English language service for Southeast Asia between 5 and 6 hours UTC on 13,650 kHz and 15,105 kHz, and between 10 and 11 hours UTC on 11,745 kHz and 13,660 kHz. For Middle East and Northern Africa between 16 and 17 hours UTC on 9,890 kHz and 11,645 kHz, and between 19 and 20 hours UTC on 9,875 kHz and 11,635 kHz. For Southern Africa between 19 and 20 hours UTC on 7,210 kHz and 11,910 kHz. And for Central and South Americas between 4 and 5 hours UTC on 11,735 kHz, 13,760 kHz, and 15,180 kHz, and between 10 and 11 hours UTC on 11,710 kHz and 15,180 kHz. Goodbye, this is Pyongyang.